Welcome to Luxo-Life, where we're all about living our best lives and achieving our dreams. We believe that everyone deserves to live a life of luxury and abundance, and that starts with setting and achieving smarter goals. We're here to provide you the tools and techniques to make your dreams a reality, whether you're trying to better your relationships, wealth, or health. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn how to live your best Luxo life. When it comes to chasing our dreams, we believe that creating milestones is an essential step towards achieving success. Milestones serve as a guide, showing us what we are accomplishing and helping us identify how we can achieve even more. As a team, we firmly believe in the power of goal setting. We've researched on the statistics and read countless articles on the topic, and we know that people who don't set goals are less successful than those who do. Furthermore, individuals who fail to write down their goals are less likely to accomplish them. Over the past decade, we've been pursuing our dreams, and what we've discovered is that goals are critical in realizing our aspirations. They give us the momentum we need to overcome any obstacles that we might encounter while pursuing our dreams. This year, we've noticed a growing trend among people who feel disillusioned with setting goals. Many people have talked about how terrible it felt to fall short of their objectives and how they never really committed to achieving them. However, we believe that setting goals is crucial if you want to see your dreams come true. The problem for so many people is that they haven't created the right goals that will help them succeed, and their inability to follow through due to fear or poorly constructed goals ultimately holds them back. We've been there before, about 10 years ago. We used to set vague, general goals at the beginning of the year, but we never went back to revisit them. We didn't create any action steps or plans to achieve our goals, which is precisely why they failed. You've probably heard of the SMART goal system, and it's a great system that we also use. In fact, we've had a lot of success in achieving our goals by using this system. However, we've also discovered a system that takes things a step further, and it's called the SMARTER system. Let's start by talking about the S in SMARTER, which stands for specific. It might seem simple, but it's actually more complex than you might think. The key is to be as specific as possible when setting your goals. By doing this, you'll be able to quantify your results along the way and have a better understanding of whether or not you're on track. For example, let's say you want to lose weight. Being specific means going beyond just wanting to lose weight and instead setting a specific weight goal. How much weight do you want to lose? And what weight do you want to be at the end of pursuing your goal? Setting a specific goal might look something like this: I will weigh 200 pounds. The more specific you are with your goals, the easier it will be to track your progress and hold yourself accountable. It's important to remember that specific doesn't mean your goal needs to be overly complicated. It's all about setting a clear and concise target that you can work towards. Moving on to the M in SMARTER, which stands for measurable. The key to making a goal measurable is being able to track progress over time. Let's say your goal is to write a novel. How do we make that measurable? The key is to get specific and break it down into smaller, measurable targets. For example, a specific and measurable goal for writing a novel might be, I will complete a 50,000-word novel. Next, let's talk about the A in SMARTER, which stands for actionable. In order to bring you where you want to go, every goal should be actionable. But when you're writing goals, it's important to be specific about the action that needs to be taken to achieve them. One simple way to do this is to begin each goal with a verb. For example, instead of saying, I want to read more books, a more actionable goal would be, I will read 24 books. By making your goals actionable, you're giving yourself a clear idea of what you need to do to achieve them. This makes it easier to break down the goal into smaller, more manageable steps that you can take consistently over time. It also makes it easier to hold yourself accountable, as you'll have a clear action plan to follow. And let's not forget the importance of the letter R in goal setting. Being relevant or relatable means that our goals should align with our values and priorities, and they should be meaningful and purposeful to us. After all, what's the point of setting goals that don't matter to us, right? It's important to consider our current circumstances, resources, and limitations when setting our goals. We want to set ourselves up for success by making sure our goals are realistic and attainable given our current situation. It's okay to dream big and have stretch goals, but we also need to be mindful of our capacity and capabilities. For instance, if we're dealing with a busy schedule or juggling multiple responsibilities, we may need to adjust our goals accordingly. Instead of aiming to hit the gym for 3 hours every day, we can set a more realistic goal of working out for 30 minutes 3 times a week. Meanwhile, as for letter T, we have time-bound. A goal must have a deadline, or else it's just a wish. When we set a time frame for our goal, it creates a sense of urgency and helps us stay on track. Without a deadline, we tend to procrastinate or get distracted by other things. For example, we're writing a novel. We made it specific, measurable, actionable, and relevant, but we still need to make it time-bound. A good time-bound goal might be I will complete writing a 50,000-word novel by September 30th of this year. Now we have a clear deadline, which means we need to plan out our writing schedule to ensure we hit our goal on time. We can break it down into smaller, more manageable tasks, such as writing a certain number of words per day or per week. Next is E for evaluate. Evaluate is the step where we regularly assess our progress towards our goals. It's important to evaluate our goals frequently to ensure that we're on track and making progress. This step helps us to stay accountable to ourselves and to keep ourselves motivated. Evaluating our progress also allows us to make adjustments to our plans if necessary. For example, if we're not making as much progress as we'd like, we can examine our approach and figure out if there's anything we need to change. We may need to tweak our strategy, adjust our timeline, or set smaller goals that will help us get to our larger goal. By evaluating our progress regularly, we can also celebrate our successes and identify areas where we've made improvements. This helps us to keep us motivated and focused on our goals. Furthermore, it's all about assessing our progress, making adjustments, and celebrating our successes along the way. Now that we've discussed the importance of evaluating our progress, let's move on to the fun part: rewards. It's human nature to want to be rewarded for a job well done, and this is no different when it comes to achieving our goals. Rewards help us to celebrate our milestones and motivate us to keep pushing forward towards our ultimate vision. So, what kind of reward should you give yourself? It really depends on the goal you've set for yourself. For example, if you've set a goal to pay off a certain amount of debt by a certain date, your reward could be buying something you've always wanted but never allowed yourself to purchase, such as a new gadget, a piece of jewelry, or a fancy dinner at your favorite restaurant. Remember, rewards don't have to be extravagant or expensive. It's the thought that counts. The important thing is that the reward is meaningful to you and gives you a sense of satisfaction for the hard work you've put in. If you've struggled with achieving goals in the past, don't worry, you're not alone. We've all been there. But the great thing about setting goals is that it gives us the opportunity to start fresh and work towards a better future. As C.S. Lewis said, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. This quote is a great reminder that no matter where we are in life, it's never too late to chase our dreams and achieve our goals. Let's start by setting smarter goals. Goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, evaluated, and rewarding. This means setting goals that are clear and well-defined, with measurable outcomes that we can track over time. We need to make sure that our goals are achievable and relevant to our overall vision and purpose. And of course, we need to set a deadline for achieving our goals. But it's not enough to just set smarter goals. We also need to evaluate our progress regularly. This is where the rubber meets the road when it comes to our goals. We need to make sure that we're staying on track and making progress towards our goals. That means evaluating our progress on a regular basis, at least once a month, and making adjustments as needed. And finally, we need to reward ourselves for a job well done. Every goal and milestone deserves a celebration. We need to acknowledge our accomplishments and give ourselves a pat on the back for a job well done. This not only feels good, but it also helps to keep us motivated and moving forward towards our next goal. With these steps in mind, we can change our story and make our dreams a reality. By setting smarter goals, evaluating our progress, and rewarding ourselves along the way, we can achieve anything we set our minds to. And that's it for today's video on Luxo-Life. We hope you've enjoyed learning about the smarter goal-setting system and how it can help you achieve your dreams. Remember, setting realistic, measurable, and time-bound goals is the key to success. Don't forget to regularly evaluate your progress and reward yourself along the way. Before you go, we have a question for you. What's one smarter goal you have for yourself right now? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who could benefit from it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.